and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a video that I'm actually so excited to film. I've been really trying to focus on posting videos that I'm genuinely excited to film. The reason I haven't been posting as many videos as I'd like is because I've felt a little lost, and I feel like my lost before, whenever I did videos talking about being lost, was more about being lost but because of like a fallout of a relationship. But this for me was more of like I was unhappy with myself because where I was in my career. That's something I want to talk about, and just kind of like how I started to find my feet again, and filming these kind of videos where I just am like sitting down in front of the camera just like chit-chatting with you guys, talking about like my life, are the ones that I get the most excited for. And so I hope you guys are the same way too. You guys get excited for these ones. I hope you guys see that this is like my favorite kind of video to film and want to see more of like this kind of video. If you do, stick around by subscribing, but you know, whatever. When I first moved to Nashville, which was 2.5 months ago, I was like, okay, like I'm a boss ass bitch. Like pin a rose on my nose. I got this all under control. All of the videos that I'm posting are doing so well. I love posting them. And then moving vlogs stopped because I wasn't moving anymore. And I was like, okay, like what do I do now? Oh shit, like what do I do now? Before, when I was living in LA, I was very unmotivated in my career. Like I just posted videos like when I felt like I had to post, like kind of thing. And that's not fun. And so I came here and I was like, okay, like I want to post videos that I'm excited for. And I ran out of ideas. Like, you'll figure it out, Sarah. And then I did the worst thing someone can do. And I started to compare myself. Comparison is the thief of all joy, first off. And no one should do it, but it's so hard in today's day and age to not do that. I want to show that it's a struggle that all of us face, even if we're putting on this facade where we're like, we have it all figured out. I don't. And so I wanted to talk about that, kind of how I felt lost in my career and my life, and how I'm starting to find my feet in stabilizing myself again. And so that's what I'm here to talk about. I feel like everyone on YouTube is kind of going through those, like, I need to have that aha moment because YouTube is changing, and I feel like the people who I'm closest to are like figuring that out. Like to my left I have Caitlin, who is just like the queen of editing. She's like the most artistic person I know. And then to my right I have Katie, who is like the most eloquently, is that even a word? I don't even know, spoken person I've ever met in my entire life, where you just watch her videos and you're like, what do I bring to the table? Like, these two people bring so much to the table, and I feel like I'm like, well, this is what I'm doing, and I didn't know what to do. So here is how I'm slowly feeling myself again. Accepting that you're not perfect is one of the first things that I've quickly come to realize. No, I'm not perfect. I have like a gap in my teeth down here. I look a little strange sometimes. I'm not exactly the most photogenic person, and that's all right. And I think those qualities that like we embody are kind of what sets us apart, but in the best ways possible. Here's what I personally did to kind of like figure it all out. And so everyone always tells you to find the thing that you really love and to do it. And obviously I love filming videos. I love filming videos that I want to film, and something that I always wanted to do was do a fashion blog. And so find that niche that you've always wanted to do and just do it. But it was like a thing that I did for like 5 hours, and I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but buttons here, buttons here, buttons here, and I did it. And it was like one of those moments where you're like, aha. Doing that like one little small change in your life is literally like one of the most motivating things. And when you have that happen to you, you're like, holy shit, like I'm starting to stabilize myself again. I'm starting to find my feet, and that is exciting. And also it was kind of like one of those moments where I had to also accept that the things that I loved can change, because before, when I was living in LA, I was filming all these videos that were like, hey guys, here's all my fuckboy experiences, and I loved posting those videos. And then all of a sudden I was in a healthy relationship, and I was like, what the hell, like what am I supposed to talk about now that I like don't have that content? You know, like no one wants to hear about your happiness. I was really worried about it, but I've accepted things that I encounter in life are gonna change, because you go through many different chapters in life, and we share that. And so by sharing those past experiences, I'm doing exactly what I need to do. But at this point in my life, I have to accept that this is where I am at my like lifetime, and that I can share that and you guys will want to hear it. The next thing I did was meet new people. And meeting new people is always very intimidating. I actually was at dinner last night with my friend Alexis here in Nashville, who is a podcaster, and she speaks like so amazing. Like I could just listen to her talk all day long, and I'll link her podcast in the description box. We were kind of talking about how girl dates are like way more intimidating than actual like dates, just because you feel like you have to put on this facade and you have to impress people, but you can't make friends without having those like awkward encounters, you know? Like every relationship starts somewhere, and so by meeting new people, you're putting yourself in that kind of awkward like waters where you're just kind of like, I don't know really what I'm doing, and that awkwardness is what you kind of need to change, because that's how you're meeting new people who are kind of changing you. Just food for thought right there. You can't change when you're in the same bubble. You're hanging out with the same people, you're doing the same thing. Everything's just kind of becoming a routine, and once you make a little small change, you're accepting that change and kind of getting yourself out of that bubble. You're not growing if you're putting other people down for growing. Numbers are numbers. Personally, for me in my career, it was every single time I post a video, I'm losing subscribers. Now, yes, YouTube algorithm is like all messed up and everything like that, and I understand that it might not necessarily be people just being like, unsubscribe. To me, at the end of the day, if my message that I'm getting across in videos, or if I meet someone and they're like, you know, I tried this because of you, that is like the coolest thing ever, which is what motivates me to continue to want to produce more content for you guys. And so I kind of had to like remind myself in that aspect that like this is what matters. You have to kind of like look at things in retrospect and be like, okay, yes, here I am again. Quality over quantity. Now for me, one of the biggest parts of like kind of feeling lost and finding yourself again was accepting that you can't plan out everything. I'm the queen of planning. Like literally the queen of planning, and so many things are gonna go wrong in your life, especially like if you're moving across the country like I did, that you just kind of have to accept it, which sucks because you don't want to accept it because you're like, this fucking sucks. But when you do learn to accept it, you're kind of accepting the challenge, and with that the challenge becomes easier. One of the things that I'm like the most thankful for though throughout all of this kind of being like, what am I doing, was actually having the greatest partner ever, and that would be my boyfriend. My boyfriend, I know I talk about him all the time, he's the greatest person ever, but also he's one of those people that really holds me accountable and that pushes me and is like, hey Sarah, did you do this today? Like, did you post your blog post that you wanted to post? Did you take your blog pictures? Did you go to that photo shoot? Did you have that meeting? What's new? And that's so exciting when you find somebody that actually respects your career and wants you to do awesome things, that you're like, you know what? This is awesome. And it doesn't even have to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend or anything like that, or just anyone in a relationship in general. It can literally just be your best friend. Just finding somebody that holds you accountable is so important, because holding yourself accountable is hard enough, but holding yourself accountable, having someone else holding you accountable, there's a lot of accountableness going on, and you'll get shit done. When you're feeling lost, don't be afraid to ask people for help. And I've always kind of been one of those people that's been like, you know, I can do this, I can handle this on my own, like thanks for your help, but no thanks. By asking for your help, it helps eliminate your like strengths and weaknesses, and you know, for future plans and everything like that, what you can bring to your table, but also change to make yourself a better human and to find yourself again, whether that's in your career, your relationship, anything like that. And something that I've always liked to do is, my friends and I always kind of have these conversations basically where it's like, I remember one time I asked like, if you could pass on one quality, just one quality that you have to your children, what would that quality be? And my friends kind of all answered that for like me, and then we answered it for everyone else. And it was like one of those things where you're like, it boosts you up, remaining humble as all can be, but it also kind of helps be like, okay, like this is really what my strength is, and this is what I can use to help better other people, which in return will help better me. And then the best tip I can give you guys to help finding yourself if you're feeling lost or anything like that is to completely remove the whole maybe if expression from your vocabulary, because I feel like so often we're being like, well, maybe if I lost this much weight, or maybe if I looked like this, I'll be happier. But the reality is maybe if you stop saying maybe if, you'll actually have a better life. Like, we just need to stop. We need to stop trying to see what other people are doing and focus on ourselves, because you're the only person that can truly change yourself and can make yourself want to grow and advance and do all these incredible things that you've always wanted to do. There we go. Those are my little notes I made. So I don't know if I just basically rambled for 18 minutes. Hopefully I've cut it down since then. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am starting to feel like myself again. I'm excited. I'm excited to bring you guys so much more content here on my YouTube channel, and also my blog. My blog is like my new baby and I love it so much, which is so exciting because, like I said, that was something I've always wanted to do, and now I'm doing it, and now it's motivating me in so many other aspects of my life. So yeah. So if you can't get enough of me on my YouTube channel, head over to the blog. And if you guys do enjoy my videos, be sure you stick around by subscribing. You can check out my other videos here by clicking on them, binge watch them if you so desire. Until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Have a great day.